Morning, everybody. How are you? I hope that you are having a great holiday season. And next week, we're gonna get back to it, right? As our practice starts up. So first of all, I want to say thank you very much for your Christmas gifts. They're very much appreciated and very thoughtful. Um, I can't wait to wear the mass shirt, hang up my uh, greenhouse plaque. That's pretty awesome. Except that not everything that stays in the greenhouse will stay in the greenhouse because we want to eat it. I'm probably not going to eat in there. I don't think, but who knows? Anyway, I want to say that I know that practice. I said practice starting next week. Some of you are playing high school sports, which is great. Let me know if you're playing any sport. Let me know if any of your games or matches or something are going to be live streamed. I got to see a little bit of a Fairfax basketball game last week. That was pretty cool. But also let me know, because I realize that not everyone can go to practice all the time. And so I'd like to know, obviously, if you're missing practice because you have another conflict with another sport or something, as opposed to just missing practice, right? So that I know that we're still working out, still keeping fit. It's a good time and a bad time for soccer, right? Because we won't have a full team in practice as much as we did over the past few months. And now, obviously, that you're all in high school, or most of you are in high school, we start to have those conflicts. But that's part of it. So I want to talk about this month, next month, and when we get back into this season in March. So we're going to try to have some scrimmages with some other teams. They're going to be outdoor so that we can continue to play. There are a few teams that have reached out, but we're going to wait till January and February to try to sort out when those scrimmages might be, so we'll have a better idea of when teams have availability, because we know that people are also playing in like rec basketball or travel basketball. I'm not sure how those leagues work out. So as soon as we figure out dates, I will let you know. I just don't know dates yet. We have indoor coming up. I think we're looking at starting that the second or third week in January, but the date hasn't been confirmed on that yet. So as soon as that date is confirmed, then we'll let you know. We're looking at local tournament in February, right? Local tournament in March, and the Virginian in May. So we should be getting in plenty of soccer, which is good, as long as everything stays safe and we can make it work that way. So we are going to be trying a new formation, which we tried in our last scrimmage against the 05 team. So we're going to go into a 4-4-2, which, as you can see, I have my little board, all of my board here, 4-4-2. 4 defenders, 4 midfielders, 2 strikers. Now, a critical part of this is right here, okay? Because the middle of the field is always critical, where we can't have both players coming up if we're attacking, right? Because we'll leave a big space there, as you can see. At the same time, we can't have both players sitting back. I mean, if we're defending, if all the players come back, then we have this gap here also. What we need to have is to make sure there's communication. Oh no! Magnet stuck to my stove. It's pretty cool. All right, so we have the communication here, where one player is always going to be occupying the space, keeping pressure off of the center backs. This player will be coming back. It's kind of like a 6 and an 8, right? Where one of you, will have that. Make sure there's always one player back to cover this area. As far as the 2 strikers, now typically we've played with 1, so that means that one striker will kind of cover a lot of space up here. When we have 2, right, now we have players that can play off of each other. You don't have to cover as much space. You can cover kind of this side of the field, and we have this side of the field. Or if one player gets up, a player can come in behind her and make runs off of that attacking player. This is all stuff that we'll work on in practice, so don't worry about it. You're like, what is he talking about? This stuff we're gonna figure out. Now, If you're seeing these blue things up here and you're like, what the heck are those? That's something that we're going to use to try to understand a little bit more about the field. We're going to break the field up into 5 areas, 5 lanes, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 going down the field. So when you're looking at like the 2 and the 7, the 2 and the 7 are going to occupy lanes 1 and 2 mostly, right? Sometimes getting into 3, not all that often. The center backs will be occupying 2, 3, and 4, right? The middle lanes of the field. We don't necessarily need them getting to these outside areas being way out of position, right? Obviously on the other side, players going to be occupying lanes 4 and 5, where you're going to be kind of out here. I mean, if the ball is over here and someone's attacking, we don't need to have this back in here, right? Because look at that, right? We need them covering 1 and, here and here. Now, obviously, if there's a player with the ball that's driving over here, then maybe you have to come inside. So it doesn't mean that you have to stay in these lanes absolutely. It just means that these are kind of guidelines of where players should be. If you're one of the central players here, lanes 2, 3, and 4, right? We don't need to have our central players getting all the way outside and leaving all of this space, right? And then again, if you're a striker, then you're kind of doing like 1, 2, and 3, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we're working that in practice. We'll get it all done. We'll be using 4-4-3, 4-4-2 sometimes. Other times we'll be using like that 4-2-3-1, which is similar to a 4-3-3. So I'm not throwing out crazy numbers at you. The reason that it's similar to a 4-3-3 is because we have 4, right? 3 and 3. See what I'm saying? Also similar to the 4-2-3-1. All right. I know, lots of numbers. I just threw them all out there. Anyway, that's kind of it. Just wanted to throw some words at you. I could have typed this all up, but I figured the video would be a little bit easier for you. Looks like we're at 7 minutes and 5 seconds. I don't want to go on too long. So any questions or comments, please feel free to shoot me a message. Last but not least, Techno-Football. I know I sent out the thing. I understand if you're doing other sports. I understand that. The reason I send out Techno-Football is because the 30 minutes, I'm asking for kind of a soccer-specific workout. If you're having a problem with Techno-Football, let me know. If you don't understand some of the drills, let me know. We can sort that out. But what I'm looking at is, we have two practices a week, and they're shorter than our normal practices. So in order for us to get better, we're going to have to spend a little more time, right? If you want to be a better player, you have to commit to spending a little bit more time on working on your technical skills. And Techno-Football is a great tool that we have. So we might as well use it, right? If people don't use it, then maybe the club might not keep it. But if we use it, then I think that we have a better chance of keeping it. So if you're not doing Techno-Football, please do something soccer related for 30 minutes. And I do understand that you have your other sports in your school. So I'm not saying to kill yourself, but try to set a plan, make attainable goals, right? And then make a plan to reach those goals. You guys are gonna hear that in your head from me for like the rest of your lives. Okay, so just do it. Thank you all again very much. I hope you have a safe and happy new year, and I look forward to seeing you next week if you're coming to practice. All right, bye-bye.